Good morning, students. It gives me great pleasure to talk to you students through video presentations like this. The topic which I have chosen today is maxima minimum. Just listen carefully. I have taken the graph of a curve y is equal to f of x, which is drawn as in the diagram. This is, let us say, y is equal to f of x. Okay, let me take a point C, f of c. Okay, what I will do is I'll take a smaller interval around that. Okay, this is, let us say, c minus delta, this is c plus delta. Okay, we take a smaller interval c minus delta, c plus delta, delta greater than 0 around the point c comma f of c. Okay, if f of c greater than f of x1, for every x1 element of c minus delta, c plus delta, okay, x1 not equal to c, then x equal to c is a point of, we call it as local maximum. This is called local maximum. That is, of all the values, if I draw various vertical lines around that interval c minus delta c, delta is positive because if delta is negative, this interval itself, it won't exist. Okay, c minus delta should be less than c plus delta for this interval to exist. Therefore, that's the reason why the condition delta greater than 0 is a must. I take a smaller interval around this point, okay, and then out of all the vertical values, f of c is maximum in that interval. If such a case arises, you mean to say x equal to c is the point of local maximum. Just look at the graph of the curve. To the left, the curve is increasing. To the right, the curve is decreasing. To the left of x equal to c, the curve is increasing. Therefore, f dash of x is positive. To the right of x equal to c, the curve is decreasing. The f dash of x is negative. Therefore, listen carefully. It is changing from the value positive to negative, but it can't take the value positive to negative all of a sudden. Therefore, at the point x equal to c, it will take a value 0 at some point. Obviously, at the point x equal to c, the value becomes f dash of x will become 0. Or if I draw the tangent at that point, it will be parallel to x axis. Therefore, one of the conditions for the point of maximum is f dash of c is 0. Okay, on the other hand, to the left it is positive. Okay, the first derivative is positive. At the point first derivative is 0. To the right first derivative is negative. Therefore, around the point we say that function f dash of x is acting as a decreasing function. It is moving from positive to 0 to negative. Therefore, I mean to say its derivative is negative. The condition for a function to be decreasing is its derivative is negative. Therefore, the function f dash of x is acting as a decreasing function at the point x equal to 0. Therefore, I will come to the conclusion f double dash of c is equal to 0. F double dash of c is less than 0. Sorry. Okay, let me repeat. I take a point c, f of c, the curve y equal to f of x is drawn over here. I take a smaller interval c minus delta, c plus delta. Of all the values in that interval, f of c is greater than f of x1 for every x1 in the interval. Okay, delta is positive because if delta is negative, this interval even won't exist. For example, if I take 1, if delta is negative, here this value will be smaller as compared to this. Leftmost value should be smaller as compared to the rightmost value. Therefore, delta is greater than 0 is a must. Therefore, if I am going to draw various vertical lines and at the point C, the value is maximum, y value is maximum. The point is supposed to be a point of local maximum. If you look at the graph, to the left curve increases, to the right curve decreases. Okay, now for f dash of x is positive to the left and f dash is negative to the right. But all of a sudden, it can't take a value from positive to negative. Therefore, at some point, it has to take a value 0. Therefore, at the point C, f dash of x will be 0, f dash of c is 0. Or you can even draw a tangent here to be parallel to x axis. Slope of x axis is 0, therefore f dash of c is 0. Then, to the left, first derivative is positive. At the point, it is 0. To the right, it is negative. The function f dash of x is acting as a decreasing function. Condition for a function to be decreasing, its derivative is negative. For f dash, double dash of c is negative. Therefore, the condition for a point to be a point of local maximum is first derivative should be 0, second derivative is negative. Similarly, if I take another point, let us say here, okay, let us say this is d comma f of d, let us take, okay, if f of d is less than f of x1 for every x1 element of d minus delta comma d plus delta. If I take a smaller interval similar to this, okay, then the function value at d is smaller. Okay, it gets other values will be greater as compared to this. Okay, such a case here x1 not equal to d automatically. Here it will be equal. If x1 equal to d means they will be equal. If x1 equal to c here means they are equal. Okay. Therefore, in such case, x equal to d is suppose a point of local minimum. Here again the same way. If dash of is negative to the left, if dash of x is positive to the right, therefore f dash of d is equal to 0. The function is first derivative is negative at below d and 0 at d and greater than 0 towards the right. The function is acting as an increasing function. Therefore, its derivative is positive. Therefore, x equal to d is the point of local maximum. If and only if, what is the counter? There are two conditions. F dash of d is equal to 0 and f double dash of d is equal to 0. F double dash of d is equal to 0. Now, I'll just give you the working rule to find the point of local maximum and local minimum for a given curve. Okay, just listen carefully. Working rule to find point of local maximum comma local minimum. Okay, local maximum comma local minimum. Okay, for y equal to f of x, let us say for y is equal to f of x, y is equal to f of x. Step 1, find dy by dx. Okay, step 2, find the zeros of dy by dx equal to 0. Let them be alpha comma beta comma gamma. Just listen carefully. Step 3, if f double dash of alpha is less than 0, x equal to alpha is a point of local maximum. Just now I proved by drawing the diagram, etc. Then f of alpha is the corresponding local maximum value. Okay, then step 4, let us say if f double dash of beta is greater than 0, x equal to beta is a point of local minimum. This is suppose a point of local minimum. Then f of beta is the corresponding local minimum value. Okay, let me just repeat. I'll find dy by dx. I'll find the zeros of dy by dx to 0. Let them be alpha, beta, gamma. If f double dash of alpha, already if f dash of alpha is 0, you know very well. Second derivative is negative, it's a point of local maximum. F of alpha is the corresponding local maximum value. If second derivative at beta is positive, first derivative is already 0 here, therefore it's a point of local minimum. F of beta is the corresponding local minimum value. For example, if second derivative is also 0, let us say, f double dash of gamma is 0, let us say, just listen. We'll go in for another test called first derivative test. Listen to this point carefully. It's easier for you to understand if I just explain orally. Below gamma, when x less than gamma, let us say, okay, if dash of thing is the value is if dash of x is positive and to the right of x equal to gamma, if dash of x is negative, you should be able to imagine the graph. To the left it increases, to the right it decreases. That is the point of local maximum. If to the left it decreases, to the right it increases, the point of local minimum. By any chance, to the left also it increases, to the right also it increases. This is how it goes. Therefore, it's a point of, such a point is called a point of neither maximum nor minimum. It's called point of inflection. Or it may go like this, to the left also it decreases, to the right also it decreases. Then the point is again a point of neither maximum nor minimum. So it's called the point of inflection. Let me repeat. If dash of gamma is 0, by this condition you know very well. If to the left, for example, if you take an example, it will be easier for you. If it is let us say 1, if f dash of 0.9, you should take a closer value. Below 1 means I should not take a value like 0, -1, etc. Take a closer value. If f dash of 0.9 is positive, f dash of 1.01 is negative, I mean to say it's a point of local maximum. For example, f dash of 0.9 is less than 0, f dash of 1.01 is let us say is positive, it's a point of local minimum. You should be able to imagine the graph. To the left it increases, to the right decreases, it's a point of local maximum. To the left decreases, to the right increases, the point of local minimum. For example, if f dash of 0.9 as well as f dash of 1.1 both are positive, it's a point of neither maximum nor minimum, it's a point of inflection. Or f dash of 0.9 is negative, f dash of 1.1 is also negative, it's a point of inflection, it's a point of neither maximum nor minimum. That's how it goes. Okay, that is how it goes. Then, if you are given, let us say, a curve y is equal to f of x, okay, a curve y is equal to f of x, just listen, to find in, let us say, closed interval a comma b. In every such problem, whatever we are dealing with here, it should be a continuous curve. Okay, it's continuous in the closed interval a comma b. To find absolute maximum, absolute minimum. Okay, we go like this. What I will do is the same manner. I'll find dy by dx as my first step. I'll find the zeros of dy by dx equal to 0. Let them be alpha, beta, gamma. Then out of the 5 values, f of a, f of alpha, f of beta, f of gamma, alpha, beta, gamma, f of b, the maximum value is called absolute maximum. Out of the 5 values, f of a, f of alpha, f of beta, f of gamma, f of b, the minimum value is absolute minimum. It's as equal as I'll think about all the points of local maximum, local minimum, but I need not go in for second derivative test. The common condition for local maximum, local minimum is first derivative is 0. Therefore, find all the points where the first derivative is 0, and then the end values, you can have maximum or minimum value, the end value also. For example, the curve is like this. Therefore, I have maximum at a, or the curve is like this. I have minimum value at a. Okay, the curve further goes like this, minimum value is b. Therefore, your absolute maximum or minimum can be at the end values also. But here it's easier for you to simply understand by taking a simple example. Let us say that there are 5 different sections in class 12 in a particular school, let us say. Okay, each having 50 students, there are 250 students. If I am interested in finding out who has got the highest score in those 250 students, what I will do is, I need not go into the details of all the marks of 250 students. I'll find out who has got the highest score in A section, B section, C section, D section, E section. Out of those 5 students, the one who has got the highest score will be the highest of all the 250 scores. Similarly, I'll go in for the points of local maximum, local minimum. Therefore, the corresponding common condition here is f dash of x is 0. Therefore, solve for f dash of x equal to 0. If they are, let us say, alpha, beta, gamma, I can have the maximum minimum value at the end values also. Therefore, out of the 5 values, f of a, f of alpha, f of beta, f of gamma, f of b, the maximum value is called absolute maximum. Out of the 5 values, the minimum value is called absolute minimum. Okay, I think it is clear to everybody. Let me just have a quick recap. If I am going to be given simply a curve y equal to f of x, find dy by dx, find the zeros of dy by dx equal to 0, and at a particular point, second derivative is where dy by dx is 0, second derivative is negative. It's a point of local maximum. The corresponding value, y value, is called the corresponding local maximum value. The where dy by dx is 0, at which f dash of x is positive, it's kind of point of local minimum. The corresponding y value is the corresponding local minimum value. Then, if to the left also it increases, and to the right also it increases, it's a considered, I mean, first derivative is positive, first derivative is positive towards the left as well as towards the right. It's a point of neither maximum nor minimum. It's called point of inflection. We call it as point of inflection. Okay, and the points, the local maximum minimum are also called points of critical points of a particular curve y equal to f of x. Similarly, I have spoken about absolute maximum, absolute minimum also. Therefore, we'll do problems on this in the next video anyway. Those who are interested, you please subscribe by clicking the subscribe button and the bell icon. It will be easier for you to get notification if any further video is being uploaded in this channel. Thank you students for patient watching. The above recording, in one of the places, the condition for x equal to d to be a point of local minimum is if dash of d is equal to 0, if double dash of d is greater than 0. By mistake, it is interpreted as if double dash of d is also 0. I repeat, x equal to d is a point of local minimum if f dash of d is equal to 0, if double dash of d is greater than 0. In one of the places by mistake, please make the correction and then learn. Thank you.